Hi, this is Charlie giving you Friday's live trading. I hope you're very well. Looking at a couple of markets here this morning. It's 20 to 8. Looking at potentially the euro dollar here or the dollar yen. So just seeing how they're going to be playing out as we get towards 8 o'clock, I think. So I'm just going to wait, hold a little bit here. So I'm looking for the euro to come up. I know it's bouncing at the moment, but I need a little bit more than just that. So we shall see if the euro is going to go up, and the dollar yen looking to see if it might want to roll over. So I'll go through those charts shortly, but for now we'll just press pause and come back to this in a short. Okay, just back, and looks like I'm going to be shorting this dollar yen. I said it was either going to be a long, maybe a long on the euro or short on the dollar yen. The only thing is we haven't quite hit the 8 a.m. pivot yet, which I was hoping we were going to get a strike of that. But if we break down here, then I will short it. There's a bit of I've just noticed though, there's a bit of some divergences going on, which even if it breaks, it could be diverging, but at the same time, it could then wipe those divergences out. So I'm going to put a unit in anyway. Yeah, okay. I'm going to put a unit in anyway, whatever. So as it breaks, just in case. And then if it comes up, then I'll wait for it to come up to the 8 a.m. pivot and then have a look at it. But I'll say I'll put a unit in if we break down. So that's what I was looking for there. So I can see the potential for a break today. So I've got some trend lines on the hourly charts, which looking like they might want to get broken. So I'll bring those up shortly. I'll just press pause for a minute, just while it's now decided it wants to hold here. So I'll press pause. See if we're going to get this breakdown here. I was just talking to the guys in the trading room, and I was saying I'll put a unit in, but I can't put more than that in on the break. Yeah, it's about there. I know, because I know we've got some divergent type behavior down here as well. So I'm really looking to see if that divergence is going to then just break. So I'm right on this, nearly there. It's a shame I can only going to put a unit in. I'd much rather it was going to do that retracement I was looking for this morning up to the 8 a.m. pivot at least, and then I could then start putting in. But here we go. Okay, right, unit in at 66. Okay, so short at 66. So I've put one unit in, but what I've got to do is give this a wide berth today. I'm looking at a target down at around about 102.30 odd. 36 would be nice. 102.36. That's yesterday's lows, and it's also getting close to the lower bands on the daily. I would much rather have a lot more than one unit in, but as we hadn't hit some of those resistance levels, there's always that potential that this dollar yen might still want to then do another retracement yet, and you don't want to go in fully loaded and then it does a full retracement and you're fully loaded down there. So anyway, we've got the one unit in for now. There is a divergence between in play at the moment between this low, this low, this low, and now this low. So another reason why I'm only just putting the one unit in, just in case. Now this divergence, and you get divergences in the market, sometimes they can just wear themselves out. As if price just breaks properly, then that divergence can disappear, and it has that potential, but at the moment it's still there. So I've put the single unit in, and I'll just see from there. I'll press pause on the video. Okay, just back, and it's come down a bit for me. Let's come out to the hourly charts again. We've got this trend line. I can't remember if I've gone through this with you on the video or if I was going through this with the guys in the room. That's how bad the memory is. But it's now 8:40. Bear in mind, I'm pressing pause on these videos, and then I'm not playing them constantly or recording constantly. Otherwise, the videos would last 3 hours long or whatever. Anyway, so we've got this trend line. And so I'm looking to see if this is potentially going to get a bit of a break today, this trend line. So we're on it really at the moment on the hourly chart. And so if I take it back to a 5-minute chart, just really seeing if it's going to break down. So yes, it's up 10 pips at the moment. I'm looking for about 30 pips on this. I'm looking for 36 is the level I'd be looking at to take the profit. But of course, now we've hit that trend line, we could have a bit of a bounce in there. So still going to be just playing and watching this one, and at some point might get the opportunity to put some other units in if it does a retracement. and then see if it can then still roll over further. So if it does a retracement, then I will be looking to get those some more units in, but because I had to sell it right on the lows there this morning, and that was it was diverging, but I said that divergence might wipe itself out, which it has now. So it just left me with only one unit, unfortunately. But anyway, we'll see. It will still be, it's 30 pips is 30 pips, so it'll still be a couple, 200 quid or so, if it can get down to that target. Anyway, I'll press pause for now. One thing. This is an important thing. I'm going to mention this. Several weeks ago, we had someone write in saying, Charlie, you should share more on your videos. And because as far as the technical aspects of the trades is concerned, as far as I'm concerned, I will show so much, but I'm not going to give away what I do and what is entirely in my thinking. I tell you enough about what I'm doing, but that's not. It wouldn't be fair to our customers who pay us for learning how the exact styles and techniques that we use. And to me, what is much more important is the transparency that I'm actually showing people the trades and the sizes and the P&L, so that you're actually seeing someone putting their neck on the line. I could sit here and just say I've shorted, but you don't know if I have. And so I think that transparency. That's why I've done this for years now. Always felt that was much more important. And so yeah, like I said, it was a few weeks ago now, someone said, I want you to show more. And I'm thinking, well, I'm not going to go into the absolute detail as to what we do, because that just wouldn't be right. Anyway, that's my little rant, mid-trading rant over with. I'll press pause for now. Right, just back. Looks like I'm going to be going long on euro dollar. I'm seeing it off screen. Right, get that one in. So I'm getting 1 unit in long euro dollar. Euro dollar could be, I could have the potential to get a few units in on this euro trade. Now, I know I haven't even changed the chart yet, so let's just quickly do this. One of the guys in the trading room just spotted it while I was jabbering away. Euro's had a nice push up here, so I've just put a unit in and I'll be adding to it on a retracement. So now I'm managing 2 trades at the same time. That's always dangerous when you're a man, because obviously we cannot multitask. So I've got 1 unit in, 16. So I think I've just pretty much caught the top there. That was good. And I'm going to be looking to get more units in on the euro dollar. So I'm long euro and I'm short this dollar yen. Press pause for now. Okay, I'm going to get a second unit in on the euro dollar. I know I haven't even got the chart up, but I'm going to put that second unit in. So 2 units are in on the euro dollar now. Let's actually bring up the chart. It's had a nice run. It's just doing a bit of a pullback, so I've got 2 units in now. I know I've not bought it all up yet, but I've got the 2 units in. I'm sat here chatting with the guys in the room as well, so we're a bit busy at the moment. And so 2 units long now on the euro dollar. Target wise, if I go out to the hourly chart, we've got this hourly 200 way up here, but there's also around about, I can't remember exactly, it's around about 1140, something like that. We've got a fresh monthly main pivot that's come in, so that would be target, but with the potential to go to the hourly 200. So there's a bit of clear air to go up there. I think it could take a while, maybe several hours. That's what I'm going to be looking at up there. Right, let's go back to this dollar yen, because the dollar yen's had a nice move down. It's not quite got to my target. It's got close, and as we can see, it's on that trend line again. It's having to think about it. It's just bouncing a little bit. So if we take this back to the 5-minute charts, is there a point where I can add to this? I don't know. I've been chatting about the euro with the other guys. I need to have a look off screen, so I'll go and have a look at that and I'll come back to you. Okay, just back, and as we can see, as time's trickling on, the dollar yen, it's failed to make a new low down here. So I'm looking at this as it's found a stopping point against this trend line and against the hourly 100 down here as well. So it's stopped for the last couple of hours now. So I was talking to the guys in the trading room about moving stops down, and I could just move my stop down to break even. I was in at 66 back over here, So I could move the stop to break even, and then if I get stopped out at break even, then I could always reassess later on. If it then wants to break down later today, then I can always then potentially jump in. I say jump in, I don't like using those words, but then look for another opportunity to then trade it on the short side. But sometimes what happens is you get stopped out, but the opportunity doesn't quite present itself in the same clear way to then get in on another leg down. So for some of the guys in the trading room who, if they're in this trade, they may well be moving their stops down to break even. Like I've said, there's nothing wrong with that whatsoever. But I'm going to leave my stop out of the way and just give it that space today, and then just see. If I get stopped out, if it does a major reversal and comes all the way up, so be it. I'll get stopped out. It's only 1 unit I've got on this one anyway, and I'm going to leave it at 1 unit now. I've obviously got the euro trade in play, so I'm going to leave it to see if it's just going to come up. May want to take out those lows. Bear in mind, or those highs, should I say, that last lower high. Bear in mind, it's had a pretty good run down overnight, so it may want to come up to the upper bands on the hourly charts. It could easily be back up into the mid 70s or so to come up and test my bands on the hourly chart before then maybe later on this afternoon, then have another crack at it then. So I can give it plenty of space and see if that's going to happen, or whether this is actually going to hold and gradually the momentum's going to turn and maybe then it starts coming all the way back up again. If that happens, so be it. We'll have to see. But it was a nice little run down this morning, but I elected not to take any profits when we came down. When we came down to the hourly 100, I wanted to see if it was going to get down to 36, which was yesterday's low, and so we got down to what, 44. And so anyway, we'll carry on watching it. As far as the euro is concerned, that's just been, what's it been doing? Yeah, chopping around, consolidating and everything else. So got to play a waiting game on that one now as well. So I suspect that one's going to, I said to the guys this morning, I suspect this one's going to take a while, this euro dollar, just because the hourly chart, it already had a bit of a run up for a couple of hours. Even if it's going to get up there, that's going to take a while to get up there. So the only thing is we are going to a bank holiday in the US today, bank holiday weekend. It's not a bank holiday today, but lots of people in the US won't be trading today. So it is a possibility that the markets go range bound. That is one thing I'm just thinking about now. They could do that, but I'm going to hold out and see if we do get that run on the euro later on. So that's where we are. I'll press pause for now. Right, just back on the video update. So the euro, after a few hours of doing nothing, is maybe going to break up. We'll see if it's going to be a false break or whatever, but it's breaking up a bit here. Still quite a way away to target, so there's nothing to do at this stage. I will look to move the stops up though. We'll move these stops up to below this low now. So we can move the stops up to down to this low. So that low's at 94. So stops can be moved. So I'm just going to let's bring up the deals. So I bring the tickets over, so we can move those stops up to below that low. So if I put mine in at 94, that means that would trigger me at 93. So hopefully that's going to be an okay level to have the stop, and we'll excuse me, and see if this can carry on running. I think it's doing okay. Trade, yeah, it's got a fair bit to go. So we're looking at into the 40s, into the 111.40s. We're looking for. The reason being, we've got a monthly pivot up there, and then we've got the hourly 200 that I talked about earlier. So let's have a look at that. That hourly 200 is up there as well. So that's the key zone that I'm looking at. Now we have got, it's a slower, potentially a slower day today with the US. They're not on a bank holiday, but the volumes are going to be lower because they're going into a bank holiday weekend. So we'll see what happens with those. Let me just bring up the tickets. So I haven't brought up the deal tickets for the euro today, have I? So here's the two, if you remember. I'm still in the dollar yen. I'll bring that up in a minute. So here's the two entries on the euro. Remember, at 111.08 and at 111.16 was the first one. So those are those. So I don't need to have those there. But anyway, so we'll see if that euro can continue. But at least the stops have been moved up a bit now. The dollar yen has retraced a bit. It's back up to about where I got in. It's up at practically break even at minus 300 yen. So that's break even there. So if I bring this back out to an hourly chart, because remember I got in at 66, and fun enough, it's at 67 now. So let's have a look at the hourly chart. But I've been talking about this earlier on, that it's allowed to have this bounce off of this hourly 100, and there was another level, horizontal level of support as well. So we'll see if it's just going to stall out at the upper bands here, and then if it then decides to roll and break this afternoon or what, I don't know. If it doesn't and it goes up, well, I've only gone in with the 1 unit on that one. It didn't have the everything to put loads of units in this morning, as we remember. So we'll carry on, see what happens there. But for now, the real action, as it seems at the moment, is on the euro dollar. I'll press pause for now. Okay, just back. So this dollar yen, it's just actually the markets have been meandering a little bit today. So I was talking about how great the volatility was yesterday, but today it was decent enough movement this morning, but it's petered out as we got to sort of past 9:30, 10 o'clock. It's petered out and we've meandered a lot, and so but we are going into a holiday weekend for the US, and that's probably having a bearing on the markets. And maybe they're just trying to catch their breath a little bit after this week as well. So, but with this dollar yen, I've just saying to the guys, I've moved my stop down to 79 now, but I've not done anything more than that. So it's about a 13 pip stop. I could, if I wanted to, move the stop to just above break even at around about 67, above these highs. But I still want to give it a little bit of slack, just in case it wanted to come up to the excuse me, the hourly bands, which still haven't been hit yet, just in case it wanted to come up to those and then rolls back over again. So giving it a little bit of slack there today. So I've had ample opportunity to bank profits today, but have elected not to, because remember I'm short from up at 67. And with the euro dollar, let's have a look here. Again, I've had opportunities now to bank profits, but that's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for 111.40 is a first target. 47 is the monthly pivot, but if we can get to 40, I'd be happy enough, and I'll take half at 40, and then we'll see from there. So if we can get to 40, I mean it's only 12 more pips to go. If you can break out, then great. But then I'll take that half off. But there's a bit of a divergence here. And so we'll see if it actually can break out. So I'll press pause for now. Right, just back. The euro's having a nice enough run. It's just come up into a little bit of resistance, but I still want to see if it can get that little bit higher. It was up at 37, 38 just a few minutes ago, but I'm reluctant to just try and take the profits a little bit too soon. I mean, don't get me wrong, the profits have been all right at this stage, but I had a plan and I want to try and stick to that plan. So I was looking for 40, and so that's what I'm looking for. So we got to 38, so we were close, and I must admit we have hit a little bit of resistance, but I've set my stall out now. I'm not going to come out at this point now. So what I am going to do is move those stops up again. So they're at 94. I'm going to move them up to 1102. So there's that on that one, and we've got those 2 units, 1102. So it's gradually moving up. It'll still be a loss, obviously, if I get stopped out, if it comes all the way down. But they've moved up a little bit. But I'm trying to give it that little bit of enough room for it to, if it wants to consolidate again for an hour or two, and then have another little spike later, then I'm still in it. If you trail your stops sometimes a bit too aggressively, all that happens is you get stopped out on the smallest of retracements, really, only for it to go again. So we'll see, but I want to give these trades that room to breathe. I shall be back in a bit. Just back, and one thing I've noticed here is actually across some of these other time frames, the 15-minute chart, we did a bearish engulfing bar. The 30-minute chart, we've done a shooting star candle, and similar again on the hourly. And so I think I will, because we've got time is ticking on and I'm not going to be around. What I'm going to do, if we come back up and test this upper band here on the 5-minute chart, so only if we come back up and get a good enough price, then I'll take this half off, this one position off. I'll still leave the other position, but I'll leave this one position if we can just come back up there. Now if we don't, we don't. But if we do, in light of those shooting star and bearish candles there on those higher time frames, I'll take this off. So let's just see if it can do that. And now I've got my finger on the trigger. It's just going to hold. So I'll press pause for a minute. Okay, so it's nearly there. Bit of a shame having to do that, considering it was up at 37 or so half an hour ago. But let's just see if it can get up there to that band, and I'll take that out of the upper band. Nearly there. Probably about 29 on there, and that'll be a hit there. So it's only going to be about 20 pips if it can do it. Got close. That'd be funny if it still doesn't. But yeah, so we're very, very close there. So like I said, it'd be 20 pips if I can do it. What price did I get in on this one? 08.3. So okay, so got really close then, and now I'm waiting to see if we can do it. This is the thing when you're doing these live trades. There we go. So near. Every time I'm just about to do it, then it decides to move again. This is the thing, when I'm doing the live trades, I like to actually click the buttons. I don't always want to just put limit orders in. In reality, you'd put limit orders in so that you hit the levels. Let's actually just take that there at 28. Is it going to give me 28? There we go, 28.7. Perfect. So I got 20 pips. Now it's going to break up and break through probably. That's fine. But with there we go. That makes me laugh. So okay, so it's got up to 33 now anyway. So if it can get up to 47, great. Now what I do need to do is I've banked that one. I need to get the other one sorted out. So there's the ticket for if I want to take profit. And let's adjust this stop. And this is now time to move this stop. So finally, now I've taken half profits. It's now at that point where, okay, I'm ready to trowel this stop up. So I'm going to move this stop up, aggressively now. I said to the guys in the trading room that I've finished with them now. It's now gone 1 o'clock. But I'll bring that stop up. I'll just put it up below this low. So it really is aggressive. So it's got to hold now. And if not, then I'll just get stopped out effectively about break even on the second half. So I've now aggressively moved that. So if it's just going to roll over, we've got those bearish candles in the background, like I said, on the higher time frames, like the 30-minute chart and stuff. But hopefully it can break out. Great. But it's a shame I've had to react to those candles, considering the price actions, the way it's been there today, the holiday, and all of that. And now it'll probably just go all the way up. But it was still 20 pips off that half, and I'll get 30 pips on this half. So we'll see. And the dollar yen's just holding, so nothing really too much going on that one at the moment. So whatever happens on the euro dollar trades, can't lose anything now. Tell you what I'm going to do. I've moved that stop up. I'm actually going to put the limit order in. I like to be here to do it all. I think it's always much more fun when you can see the profits as I'm hitting it. But I can't sit here all afternoon just doing this with these trades, so I'm going to be having to head out and do some errands. So what I'm going to do is put the order in 111.40. 47 is that monthly pivot. I'm going to put it in right on that 111.47. There we go. And we'll see if it can get up there. So I banked just off screen $204 on that first half. We'll see how this one goes on the second half, see if it can get up there. The dollar yen is still actually the dollar yen. I've got the stop loss in place. There's I've still got that target on the dollar yen down at 36, but it's holding up rather well, I must admit. So my stop on the dollar yen is at 79. Let's just see if that has just gone up and hit that upper band on the hourly chart. Oh, it's got close, isn't it? Really close there. So maybe we'll see if it does roll over. So again, because I'm going to be out, let's bring up the deal ticket on that one, and I'm going to put I was wondering what that deal ticket was. That was the euro one. I'm going to put a limit order in because I've got a target on this one of 102.36. So 102.36. on that one. So that'll be again 30 pips. If this does ever decide to roll over this afternoon, then that would be 30 pips on that trade. So, but for now, I'll put the chart back to the euro. It's come all the way back up. I thought it might just want to hit that band and then roll over. It's come up and done another double top up here, with another divergence. So it's now got another divergence in play. So I've now just got to see whether it can break out or whether it's going to roll over. But whatever happens, I can't lose on this euro trade now. In fact, with the 20 pips I've made on the euro net on that one unit, the other unit would just get stopped out at break even. Even if I did lose the 13 pips on the dollar yen, I would end up finally having a net 7 pips. God dear, it'd be terrible, wouldn't it? But oh well, sometimes it's just the way it goes. It definitely, like I've been saying, the price action's been slower today than yesterday. Was just wonderful, and today's definitely a bit slower. Don't get me wrong, there's been movement around, but it's been a big old slog fest for this euro just to go up and make these few pips, whereas yesterday it was whizzing around all over the place. Anyway, I'll leave you to it for the time being. Just back, and as we can see, this euro has managed to hold on and still trying to scale its way up. So remember, the target's at 47. And I'm still sitting around, and what time is it now? 20 to 2. I've just been doing a few bits, but yes. So we'll see if it's actually going to get up there. The levels, I'll move the stop loss up a little bit more now. It's come up some more, so I'll move the stop up to maybe 20 or something like that, I think. So we're locking in a little bit of gains. The dollar yen still not up to much, still sitting around there, holding up really. It's come up to the bands on the hourly charts. I think it's just about hit that now, so I'll see if that does have a reaction, or if after all this time it's taken so long, then maybe it does actually turn now. But I'm not too fussed either way on that one. It's only a 1 unit trade, so it's really now just a case of whether that euro can get up there. But I'll try that stop up another couple of pips. Okay, just back, and I'm going to have to call it a wrap on this video because I've got to go out. So what I'm going to do is just show you the account as it is. It's a winning day, isn't it? Whatever happens now. This is the euro dollar. These were the two entries. Remember, at 16, and then the one at 08. The one at 08 I banked earlier on. Here's the one that was still in. I've just literally taken that screenshot just as you can see, the current price is 32. There it is, 33, moving around. I should see that moving. There it is, yeah, at the moment. So £275 net at the moment, but can't lose on the day, and so I'm going to have to call this a wrap. So a long video today, but a good one, I think. Just a good video for patience and that sort of stuff. It's lovely when you get these quick quick trades when all of a sudden they just break and go, but not every day is like that when you get those sort of trades. Lovely when they are, because then it's nice and the video can be nice and short and quick and over and done with quickly. But today, a power of patience. Right, and not a bad little Friday afternoon or morning anyway. Right, oh sorry, the dollar yen, yes, that one's in profit at the moment as well. It's down at 63 at the moment currently, and we'll see what happens with that one as well. But overall, can't lose. It's a little profitable day. I shall leave you to it. See you next week.